So welcome back to Empty Trip Creek. If you saw my last video, you'll already know that we got a puppy. My hope with this puppy is over the next year to show a video once a month, a couple times a week, periodically showing you the steps that I go through with training and raising a dog. And to start that, it's bringing home the puppy. Last night was pretty uneventful. We got the puppy home, it was already dark, it was getting late, past baby's bedtimes. So we let the babies play, we let the puppy kind of play with the kids. Puppy was overwhelmed. It was pretty calm, pretty standoffish, just wanted to be by me or Mama Llama. But that's okay. I mean, you think that puppy for the last 10 weeks, it's only known its litter mates and its mama and its original home. And here we were, we just scooped it right away from everything it knew, took it to a new home, new environment, new everything. Now, we're slowly introducing the puppy to the other dogs. It's not, as soon as the puppy came home, we just turned all the dogs loose in the kitchen and said, all right, figure it out. Basically what we did is we played with the puppy without any other dogs around. We put the twins to bed. We took the puppy actually to our bedroom and had the puppy just kind of curled up with us in the bed. And then we slowly let the other dogs out. And we started with Ruby and Piper. We let those two one at a time join us on the bed. So that way I kind of had a hand on the adult dog and Mama Llama had a hand on the puppy. And we let them sniff and, it was boring. It was uneventful, which that's what we want. We didn't want growling, we didn't want biting, we didn't want the puppy to be scared, we didn't want our dogs to feel aggressive. So it's kind of a slow transition. Over the next couple of days, I'll probably let the puppy have more free time, say in the kitchen or the living room, with one or two of the adult dogs at a time, and we'll change it up. So it was Ruby and Piper last night. We'll probably let Lexi play with the puppy today. Rolo, again, maybe he can play with it this afternoon. But it's a slow transition. I don't want to overwhelm the puppy because this puppy it's overwhelmed enough. Now, the plan was the puppy crate was going to be by our back door. So, as far away from the bedroom as we could without it being in the basement. And the puppy was super quiet until about midnight. It just started crying and crying and crying and crying. We let it out, it went pee, went back to the crate, and it cried and cried and cried and cried. Now, if that was our only option, it would have gone down to the basement and it would have been what it would have been. But we have the puppy palace here. And it's climate controlled. I've already had the heater going. It's warm, it's nice. So I just moved the crate out here. Now, Mama Llama let her out already once this morning. And here it is about 9 o'clock in the morning. And I think it's time for us to go let her out and bring her inside to let her play with the twins. You want outside? Hi. Here you are. Hi. Nope, don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. So one of the things puppies really like to do is they like to jump on you. And that's a bad habit for us to start because she's not going to be a little dog. She's going to probably be anywhere from 40 to 70 pounds. I'm really not sure. And we don't want her as a 70-pound dog jumping on you. So to stop that, I'm just using my knee. And anytime she jumps up, I tell her no. And I'll kind of give her that little knee and push her off. Not kicking her, not hurting her. Just enough to discourage the behavior. Hey, puppy. Hey, hi. Hi, Mazy. We're going to call you Mazy. So I think we're going to call her Mazy. That's so far the name that's at the top of our list. If you have any good suggestions of a good dog name, let us know. Leave a comment in the comment section. With crate training, it's very imperative that as soon as you let her out, whether she's been in that crate for 20 minutes or all night, it's imperative you get her outside as soon as possible. And you want to stay outside until she does her business. So that way she starts understanding outside is where she does her business and inside is where we live and play and sleep. At 8 weeks old, now she's 10 weeks old, but at 8 weeks old, a puppy should be able to hold it in their crate for about 8 hours or so. You should be able to lock it in the crate at night as you're going to bed, and then as soon as you get up the next morning, you let it outside. It should be able to hold it that long. So a question I'm asked a lot is food. Obviously, it's a good question. You get a new puppy, you're gonna have to feed it, right? So food and water. Water's simple. My opinion is have unrestricted access to water. As far as the food goes, in today's world, most breeders will send home a Ziploc baggie of puppy food. This is the dog food that the puppy has actually been eating over the last probably let's see, you're 10 weeks old and about 6 weeks old is when they drink. So probably, yeah, last 4 weeks. This is about what the puppy's been eating. So what we're doing is, we need to get a dog bowl, but for right now, it's just a simple bowl with about a handful of dog food in it. Every time I put the puppy in the crate, I'll put just a small handful or so in this bowl in the dog crate. So that way, whenever the puppy's in the crate, it has food. And then our plan is we're gonna switch it over to Yukabana puppy food. That's the food that we like using for our puppies. You can talk to your veterinarian and you can switch your dog into whatever it wants. I actually don't know what brand of food this is that the puppy came with, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure I could just call up the breeder and ask her, hey, what type of puppy food is this that it's been eating on? But we're gonna transition on to something else, and that's what I want to talk to you about, is how do you transition? The way I've always transitioned puppies, and I tell other people to transition puppies, is it's basically a 1/3 to 2/3. So with the stress of coming to a new home, a new environment, and being taken away from its litter mates, because I'd imagine that would be very stressful, what we're doing is we're not transitioning its food yet until probably tomorrow morning. So we got the puppy last night, it's on its food last night and today, and probably tomorrow morning is when we'll start transitioning. And how we're gonna do that is it's 1/3 and 2/3. So to start, we're gonna do 1/3 new puppy food and 2/3 their original puppy food. And we're gonna do that for a day or two. And then we'll go to a half and half. And we'll do that for a day or two. And then finally we'll be on 1/3 their puppy food and 2/3 the new puppy food. So we're slowly changing the amount of the original food to new food. Now, I don't want to do a drastic hard shift to something new because you can cause upset stomachs. It can, might end up with the dog vomiting or have diarrhea. And just with the stress of everything that this puppy's gone through yesterday, of coming to a new house, being introduced to twins, new dogs, new family, I want to keep everything as low stress as I can for her for a while.
But no. Puppy, yeah. Puppy. No.
Oh no, puppy's getting your horse. Hey, cream cheese face. that the puppy's toy?
Puppy tree. No.
Cream cheese? So we've played with the puppy now for about an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish, just in the kitchen, living room, letting the twins do their thing with it. And it's gone great, no messes, it's drank some water, it's ate some of its food. So we're now outside with it, and we're gonna stay outside until it uses the bathroom. And then we're just gonna put it in the crate. So that way I can do some dishes, some laundry, and I can do some household stuff. And the twins can then go down for their nap, and the puppy can just be in its crate for its next nap. Juliet, Brianna, come back. Go get your puppy.
Puppy.
Puppy?
Here, puppy. Here, puppy. Here, puppy. There. They're being faulty.
So this is what I expect out of the next several days. It's gonna be a lot of bring the puppy outside, let it do its thing, go back inside, play, back outside, and then into the crate. Let it be in the crate for a few hours, then repeat. Back outside, play with it, back outside, then back to the crate. And really, that's kind of what it takes to get them used to that kind of a routine. You need the camera? Let's take puppy back inside. So it's puppy nap time now, so that way babies and I can do our thing. And yeah, so we'll come back to this in a little bit. Say, here puppy, here. Here puppy. Here Mazy. Come here Mazy. Come here babies, come here puppy. Hi Piper puppy. Hi Ruby. It's time for the puppy to kennel. So we say kennel, kennel. Gently, gentle, gentle. Kennel puppy.
Come, puppy.
There we go. And that's how we begin crate training. She looks sad, but this is for her own good. Because this will keep her safe from the twins. It'll give her a break from them. And she'll learn not to hate it. This really is the equivalency of just putting a baby down for a nap in its own crib. It's a nice, safe place for it to go to take a nap.
Papa! 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 Run!
So this is about the third time we've been outside now with the puppy. Girls just got up from nap, and while the puppy was while the girls were napping, I should say, the puppy was also napping. So we're just gonna play outside for a while because, you know, it's almost Christmas and it's t-shirt weather out here in middle of Missouri. So why not enjoy it? It is the moon. Great, wait for us. Okay, well, so it's now 9:55, you know, pushing 10 o'clock. I went ahead and let the puppy out again. You know, it's obviously dark, so I didn't bother recording it because it's hard to see in the dark. But we let her out one more time. I just put her back in. I'm gonna, again, give her about a handful of food in a bowl and put it in the crate. She did have water anytime she was out, so I'm not worried about her being thirsty. I am going to try to leave her crate in the house tonight. She's done really well with the crate being in the house during the day. She's kind of done some whimpering and crying for that first 5 or 10 minutes of she's in the crate and no longer sees me, because if I go to the living room, she can't see me anymore. Because the last thing I want to do is when she's barking to reward her with letting her out of the crate. Every time I've let her out of the crate, I've made sure she is absolutely silent. Usually she's still asleep. But that's probably the biggest mistake you can get into is if she starts crying, whimpering, howling, anything that you don't find is acceptable behavior, that's probably not the time to let her out of the crate. You probably want to let that dog go ahead and get it out of their system. And if you think they're barking because they're wanting to go outside, because they need to use the restroom, then my advice in that scenario would be wait for her to stop barking. Even if she stops barking for just 20 seconds. Getting outside is not a reward for that bad behavior of the barking or whimpering or crying. That's probably the biggest mistake that I've seen people make with crate training and makes crate training so much harder is she's been barking for the last 45 minutes, an hour, I'm tired of it, so I'm just gonna let her outside. Well, what did you teach her there? You taught her that if I just continue barking, at some point I'm gonna get out. But if you can teach her, if you stop barking, then I'll let you out. Then what are you teaching? You're teaching her that barking isn't what gets you outside. It's having the set routine is what gets you outside. That way she knows I'm not in this crate for hours. I'm just gonna be in this crate for a little bit. And that's also one of the things you wanna do too with the size of crate, is you don't want to put her in a crate that's appropriate for a 90-pound dog. If the crate is this tall and 3 feet wide and 4 or 5 feet long, that crate is way too big for her at this age. Someday she might be in a crate that size, but you want a crate the size that she can stand up in, she can turn around in, and she can lay and stretch out comfortably in, but not much bigger than that. Because if the puppy feels like they have the ability to pee in this corner of the crate, but then lay over here, that's what the puppy's gonna do. They're just gonna start peeing in the back of the crate and they'll lay at the front of the crate. And they'll just decide that's acceptable and normal. So yeah, that's our first day with having Mazy as a puppy in the house with the twins. So unfortunately, Mama Llama wasn't here for any of it, so it's just been me with all the dogs and the puppy and the twins, and it's a long day. Today was definitely a full day. So it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna try to see if I can edit this together and see if I can put this video out and make it look good. So we'll see. But yeah, obviously she had some good time running around playing with the girls today. It was a good day. So I'm Ben with M&G Triple Creek. Hope you found this helpful. Good luck to you and your projects.